Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Vykker's Laboratory. We'll be getting started shortly. I hope you're prepared to enjoy another evening of Splatoon 3. Splatfest just ended, but we'll talk more about that shortly. Alright, here we go. I'm ready to rock. I hope you like the setup. I won't keep both cameras on the whole time, but I figured it's something a little different. I take advantage of the opportunity to be able to show off a little bit more of myself and what's going on. And I'm hoping that any minute the game should do the little ding ding and reload and give us some of the Splatfest information. It might be for another hour. I thought that it would be ready to do it now. It seems like it just had to kind of remind itself it's connected to the internet. Maybe it's been on for a little bit. Sometimes going into the lobby will re-trigger it to do what it's supposed to. And there's a lot going on with the setup tonight, so some of the things that are different, aside from the fact that I'm using a level 2 account, and it's called Borg 2, that's the first difference that we'll talk about in a little while, is that I had to set up a couple of Borg accounts, and who knew that over here at Vyker's Laboratory, we support being assimilated into our collective. So please, be mindful of that. If you don't like the Borg, I don't know what to tell you. They're not all that bad. And aside from that, the other big important thing is that I've made a big change that I was trying to avoid doing, where I am playing back my music software, Fruity Loops, and the Novation Launchpad, which I did a previous video about, and I'm using them on the G1 mini computer. Also, I've called it the SVMIY a couple times. That was a nice exchange there with Easygoing Table Turf Battler. That was pretty fun. I almost had him. But with the G1 box, I'm now running Fruity Loops and OBS at the same time during the live stream. And I'm doing that all over RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol. And I'm hoping that all in all, it's not hindering the show in any way. That's my biggest concern, of course, is that I don't want to cause any undue grief. You know, God forbid I start losing frames or something like that. And so far, speaking of that, everything looks good on my readouts. I might be dropping a little rendering frame here and there once in a while, but it shouldn't be anything too bad or too noticeable. The one thing I will say is that with everything running on the G1 box mini and doing it through RDP, is that I'm fairly certain that going out to you, this should look great. This should look absolutely wonderful still. And that's what I'm aiming for. If it doesn't, then I'm going to have to fix it next time. But for the most part, the most important thing is that everything's working when I'm doing a show, and that as far as it getting broadcasted and recorded, that it looks spectacular. And as long as that looks fine, the little preview that I get in OBS, that could be a little rough, and I'm not going to panic. I trust that that's just part of the data transmission over the remote desktop protocol, and it's not something that my system is actually struggling with. It's more so just one of those monitoring illusions. I know in different fields with different technology, like in the audio world, if your monitor stinks, then what you're sending out to the real world stinks. And that's just the way it is with that technology. With visual technology, it can be a little different. Your monitor feed of what you're sending out, that you're just monitoring, that word is like multi-purpose. In this type of setup, it's a multi-purpose word. Literally, it means 3 different things. But the visual that you're monitoring on your monitor doesn't end up being that crucial. If that's a little jittery and bumpy, you still might have a good product. There we go. I had to do it a second time to make sure you heard it. For some reason, it was just a little muted. There we go. Borg 2. And so why is this Borg 2, you might be wondering? Well, there is a Borg 1 out there. And what did we need the Borg's help with? Well, we decided to let the Borg assimilate into our laboratory because we want people to join our collective. And the only way I was going to be able to do that is by having some bot accounts, essentially, for people to play on. If I go out and I host a tournament, I'm not necessarily going to be able to expect every player to be comfortable loading their account onto my Switch and all this and that and email exchange and everything else. No. I wanted to make sure that when I do a tournament that I have counts that I have in account on each Switch, at least one, readily available to any given client. Or, you know, down the road as this thing grows, hopefully, we'll have a total of 8 accounts. This way, anybody that steps in is going to be able to play. Because ideally, what I want to be able to do is host at least 2 teams of 4 people versing each other at the same time. But right now, I'm starting off really small with what I have. And that's basically 2 Switches, 2 copies of the game. I have family plans, so I'm able to do the internet access between both of them. That was a real big step that almost threw me off. I couldn't believe it. That I wasn't able to have the Splatfest start up right away for the Borg accounts. I did it just in time. I created these accounts this morning, actually, at 7 a.m. I sat down. It took me about 1 hour a piece to do. Actually, thank you. It took me about 1 hour a piece between creating an email and then creating a Nintendo account and linking the 2 together. It took me a total of about 2 hours, so an hour for each account. 1 hour to create an email and then create a Nintendo account and then link the 2 together and then put them onto the Switch. That took another like 30 minutes or so, believe it or not, between the 2 of them. I guess it was about 30 minutes. Once I had everything created, I had to actually add the user account to my Switch, and then from there I was able to start playing the game after actually not really. I added the users to the account, and then I had to add those users to my Nintendo Switch family plan too. Family membership, whatever. And it was tough, because I realized that, hey, I just had to spend like 6 hours of my day doing mundane robot work. Even for a live streamer, you get stuck doing some mundane stuff once in a while. It's fun, it's great, and everything. Every job out there in the world is great until it's not anymore, until you've had enough of it. And that's normal. You're going to enjoy something for a while, even being a photographer. Being a photographer is great until you have to take pictures of people that you don't want to work with. And then it's not fun anymore. And it's just like that with everything. I think even athletes get tired of being on the field. They love the game. They might absolutely love the game, but I think they get tired of everything they have to put into it. Going to all the practice meets. Having to be drafted every season. Having a bunch of guys in suits say, oh yeah, that guy's only worth that much. You know, that stuff gets daunting. And it's the same thing with live streaming. This is not easy. It's not for everyone. And I've had to put a lot of time into accumulating technology and accumulating a brand and accumulating a plan and creative assets. And the list goes on and on and on. There you go, Borg number 2, your first win. And your raggedy behind t-shirt still. Alright.
That was epic.
And so I think 9 o'clock is when we're going to get the results, apparently, because it didn't do any kind of reset yet, and that must be the next time that it's going to... Yeah. I think that's going to be the next time that it switches maps and all that jazz, where we get the little deep cut update. And it's tough because now I have to remember to look over here instead of down here. My visual for the show was down here, now it's over here, and just that little change is something that I actually have to be really mindful of. Is that still taking the camera out? Okay. There's a button I have to fix. What button is it? Oh, I kind of like that, but it's kind of a pain too. Oh, it's when I hit those. I had set that feature up where the camera goes out when I hit the graphic buttons, like when I hit one of these. The camera goes out, and then when I turn it off, the camera was going to come back in, but it was messing something else up, and so I don't have the camera coming in anymore, but then I have to double tap a different button to make it come back. So if I'm going to keep that feature, I should really add the camera coming back on the Stream Deck. When I turn the graphics off, the camera comes back. And it is. I'm trying to have some fun. I'm trying to make a couple of different scenes, so this way if we want to just sit and talk, hey, yeah, we can just sit and talk. How's your day going? How's the game? How's life? What do you think is going to happen next in Splatoon 3? Let me know. Because guess what? I'm tired of guessing. I have no idea. And there seems to be plenty of updates and information and leaks that happen, and I'm not too into keeping up with the forecasting and media hype. I had learned a lot about journalism, but I decided that that wasn't really my cup of tea. I didn't want to do the journalism thing. So if I didn't want to do journalism thing for anything else, I'm certainly not going to do it for games. And games is the stuff that I want to just impulsively enjoy. Thank you very much. There you go, just like that. You're back to looking at this. And so a big part of that, and sharing a lot of this information and making sure that this G1 box computer can live stream well, is to make sure that it can handle having an extra capture card added to it. And that's been the big news that I've been sharing all over my Facebook, and that I'm very excited about. Hoping maybe I get really lucky and it comes tomorrow, please. I would love that. I would love if it came early and I can fool around and set this up tomorrow, because if I get the second Switch hooked up to this, I can practice switching in between the two. Now, the only thing that I did take into consideration, like I said, I did take it into consideration, is that this is... These guys are chasing me hard. It's pretty funny. There you go. That's what you get for trying to chase me. Oh, they came right in. But I'm hoping that with the second one I can comfortably switch between the scenes and still play the game if I want to. But I realize most of the time the whole purpose of having two of them is that I'm going to be sitting at the Stream Deck and the microphone and everything like I am now, but I'm not going to play, because especially since I want to be the tournament producer / organizer, so if that's the case, then I can't produce in a tournament I'm running. That would just be bad, especially if I won. So I already know that I have to step back and just enjoy being the producer. And nobody was going to give me a show to commentate. You know, there's a few of you out there I really wanted to work with. And since I'm not going to get a commentating opportunity anywhere else, I am going to make my own opportunity to commentate. And it was just that simple. And it was a big option. It was a big decision to make when I had that reality check that, hey, I just have to do this myself. And it all started off just as wanting to live stream, and then recently I've been really contemplating like, hey, nobody's doing the types of tournaments that I want to see. I'm tired of Smash Brothers. I'm tired of Mario Kart. And everyone wants to say, oh, Nintendo makes it too hard. They make it too hard and too difficult. You have to have too much. No, you don't have to have too much. Because the thing is, everybody actually already has their own. But even me, I went ahead and made Borg accounts. Because that way, in case somebody's like, I don't feel like loading my account up on your Switch, they already have an account that they can just participate on. The biggest problem with it, though, is trying to make sure that somebody's going to have a running chance by making sure that the gear is leveled up, by making sure the character is leveled up. This game isn't as bad as some online MMOs, but it's still tough where there's stuff in the game that you have to work on. You get literal experience for, and they don't just call it experience points for a reason in the game. Those points are the literal measurement of your value as a player because of how much of experience you have gained playing the game. And that was a slap. There we go. And I don't know what to do. I guess I'm just going to keep going for a little bit, keep racking up some points. Not thrilled about the splatter shot. And I can't get anything else until I get some levels and get some Sheldon cards and all that fun stuff. So, pardon me, that's what we're working on. Working on Borg 2 tonight. And it's nice because if I just want to sit casually and play without feeling like I'm losing my head or losing all my points, this is a real nice way to do it, because I was getting tired of getting my butt kicked on my high level account, and I really don't have any shame in losing or anything like that. I was even talking to a friend about that in order to be a good live streamer, you can't have too much pride. You're not always going to have fun being the big shot in a room winning every match. You have to make it just as fun to lose. You can't just have fun when you're winning. You got to have fun when you're losing too. No shame in that. We're all losing in order for somebody to win. You got to be happy for that person that's winning, even while you're losing to them. You got to be happy. And the best way to be happy while you're losing is knowing that you're playing your hardest all the time. And that's great, but it's really, really tough. Is that really like the cutie pie? I would be amazed. You never know. Or is that just a fan that chose the name? Because I used to play with Cutie Pie on Ace Online. And there were rumors that it was Cutie Pie, like the Cutie Pie, apparently a bit of a celebrity slash like esports person before I even knew what all this was. And I was over there playing with the esports personality the whole time. And it is, you play your hardest, that way when someone beats you, you can be really happy for them. You're like, dude, I was trying my best to get you, but you kept ducking and dodging and splatting. Like, see, look at that. That was incredible. That Valen caught me totally off guard, just rolling right in there from behind the corner. I just respawned, man. Like, come on. There we go. Somebody else is getting a little frustrated with them. Oh, yeah, you have to paint where they're going so that way they slow down sometimes. Just trying to get them where they're at isn't good enough. You have to really ink up where you think they're trying to go. Undo my shield. Had that just in time. So that over there is a little deterrent. Let's try to get over here. Pair this up. Uh-oh, somebody gunning for me. Oh, almost turned around enough to start launching at him, but not enough to get him. Good job, Valen. You got me in. Oh, no way! We got two of us. Look at that. Look at that swim speed up. Then they're going for the special charge up, and it's all on the Ninja Squid ability, which is pretty cool. I hear mixed things about it. Some people say it's great. Some people are mad that it got nerfed or something a while ago. I don't know. I'm not worried about it. I still think it's a great ability. I don't think you're seen now any more than you previously were, honestly. There's been a lot of debate about that. And the trail that you see when you're swimming away is always there. It's even there to the same exact consistency when you don't have Ninja Squid. Like, that doesn't change at all. Some people are saying, like, oh, well, because you see your splash. And look, you can look, if you look for it right there, you can even play this back real slow in the videos if you want. And you can see that that trail that everyone's talking about is still there as I'm swimming now. All Ninja Squid does is it hides that splashing visual. So people can't see that I'm actively splashing as much, but they can follow your trail still, which is what people seem to be getting upset about as far as what I could tell. Alright, here we go. How'd we do? That's interesting. Not nice. Not nice. I thought we almost stood a chance at winning that, but it was just a little shy. And see, I have to press the life cam button twice to bring it back now. I gotta change it back to the way I had it. I had a little hiccup because I had turned the camera off, and then when I hit the button, it brought the camera back on when I actually wanted it off. I didn't know it was on for a while, but it was fine. Let me see if I can do that real quick while I wait for this match to start. Open up Stream Deck, and then 5 bumpers. First I gotta go here. Then we're gonna go to life cam, copy, live stream bumpers. Then we're gonna go to effects. Yep, it shouldn't be hard. Alright, I'm gonna have to do that after this. I did it once before, it wasn't hard. Probably just do it differently than the way I'm trying anyway. Ooh, pink, let's do this. Let's do this for the little girl. Oh, come on. Nah, killer whale. Good job, Mystic. A lot of people doing Ninja Squid. What's up with that? Pairing it up with the Splatter Shot Junior. Guess that I can. Not a thrilling piece of equipment. Definitely have to get a couple of things, like at least the arrow spray. The arrow spray is awesome. I can move really fast with that. And I get a decent amount of turf ink with this. The arrow spray I can go even a little faster. The end zap, of course, another great one that a lot of people defer to. I see a lot of people asking for that thing to actually like get nerfed practically. I see. Oh man, I can't believe it. Mystic again with the ink brush. That was happened so fast. That's one thing I do like about some of the shorter range equipment is that all you have to do is get right up into your opponent's grill. Like, I was almost there, but I didn't stand a chance against that heavy edit splatling. I get a little tongue-tied still once in a while. Please don't mind that too much. Oh man. And I barely managed to get that KO in. What was going on there? That was a weird screen, a weird frame. trying to get my teammate. Here we go. Oh, just outside of the shield. Simply. Good job. World's first agent. Alright. There's a lot of turf over here that can be painted a little better. That green team has a lot of turf painted into our territory. Let's see how we did. That's not looking too good for us. Nope. See, there you go. I pressed that, the camera went away. Now, normally, when I press the next button, that makes the text go away. It should bring the graphic back. I'm sorry, it should bring the camera angle back. Well, I'm kind of glad it doesn't. But I am going to add this still to the Stream Deck. And keep going. Sure. Look, I'm over 1,000 with this. It's not bad. I got to use my special 4 times. It's without any kind of buff. Let me just add new force visibility thing to it. There we go. And it's gonna be going to be for Twitch Full. It's going to be for the Life Cam. Now, just like I had it before, I press this button, put the camera out. Now I press this button and it brings that camera back in. Yeah. Everything's still good? Yeah, okay. I bumped the button. Oh, green against pink. My 2 favorite colors. Everybody here seems like they know what they're doing. They did their booyah right out of the match, right out of the gate. That guy really trying to get me. I saw. Yeah, I see. Man, that's like 2 people coming right up for me. Roselight. Alright, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna roast you, the best bird. You the best bird in the house? Alright, I wanna make sure I roast you. What's that? Yeah, that person was standing there. Don't be surprised if the battle disconnects or ends. Unless that person gets back from whatever they were doing. I'm a little tired, but this is pretty nice. It was a bit of a long day before I managed to get here and sit down and play Splatoon tonight. I'm excited for the Turf War results. I'm sorry, the Splatfest results. And these Borg accounts should make out really good because in the final hours of the Splatfest, I managed to get this and the Borg 1 account online and participating in the Splatfest. I had them pick Team Frey, Team Fist Bump. I mean, Borg don't give any kind of greeting at all, to be honest. So there was no good team to pick for them, technically. So I just had to go with whatever team I thought was most likely to win. And it seemed pretty clear that Team Frey is going to win this one through and through. So these guys need those sea snails for merch in order to level up some level 1 gear. I'm not even concerned about getting ability chunks and things like that. I literally just want to get a couple good pieces of gear, level up the star power on them, so that way at least there's a couple options that are really decent for anyone that plays on these bot accounts. And you know, the whole idea is, going back to that conversation just for a moment, is that, you know, this is for the parents who bring their kids to a tournament and they're like, hey, yeah, can I enter my 12-year-old? Oh, well, what's their Switch account? What's their this? What's their that? And, you know, some people are going to be really savvy and really tight about their information, and they're going to want to load it on. Other people are going to be like, I just made an account for my kid. I don't know what all that means. And those are the people that these bot counts are for. That way, their kids can still participate. It's open to everyone. When it's open to everyone, it's open to everyone.
Interesting.
And speaking of open to everyone, I just want to put this back up there. And I'd like everyone to know that if you are an artist, this is an opportunity for you to get in on the action, because I am not able to do a whole lot of commission assignments right now for people, but this is an open forum that I'm making available for anybody who wants to display their work. As long as, of course, it's PG, it's kid-friendly, you're having a good time. And there's a little few stipulations like that, but for the most part, I'm looking for music to play during the stream, like even right now. I can drop my beat a little bit, I can play my crazy melody that I've been working on and everything like that. But it's not the same as just having somebody's track that I can play. And this ends up being 3 or 4 other buttons that I have to manage. And after doing it for a little while, it's like, yeah, sure, this is fun. But you see, I just need a quick filler in between the battles sometimes. So it's not always practical to run all of that. And it'd be a lot easier if I could just feature somebody's track at the beginning of the show. That would be great. If you have some pictures that maybe you want displayed, I have different availabilities and openings for that, as far as the graphics and the things that I actually want to create to make this a more entertaining show. Oh, no, 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 don't, no. I was kind of walking blindly. I was looking at, like, 3 other things. You can probably tell. I was not looking at the game. Because a lot of what I want to do is about having all the different pieces of technology. It's about having the savviness of doing this stuff. I mean, how often do you figure out how to load an account on your Switch? Never. You do it once and you're done. But when you're hosting a tournament, that's one of those benign little things that becomes a logistical issue, because literally everybody that registers is someone that I may have to load their account onto my Switch. And that can be daunting. I think we're going to have, what, like up to some 100 profiles or something technically, before you have to start deleting some, and then you can save names and stuff like that. I experienced it at a local esports place when they were doing their Smash Brothers night, and I was just like, oh man, I gotta do a dozen things just to enter my name into the list on the screen. Not even like a formality for the roster. No, like just literally to get my name displayed during the battle would have been a 12-step procedure. I'm not thrilled about that. So forget it. I'm just gonna be player. I'm just gonna go with the player tag. I don't care. Is that Cutie Pie again? I have to know. Is that the Cutie Pie? Not counting on it. I would be ecstatic if it is, though. And I'm still not even sure. Maybe somebody out there in the gaming community can answer this ever so simple and important question for me. Is the gamer tag Cutie Pie synonymous with the live streamer Mr. Beast? Is Mr. Beast Cutie Pie? And is Cutie Pie Mr. Beast? not positive. I don't know one way or the other. I'm literally asking. I'm not suggesting anything. This isn't like some kind of crazy rabbit hole talk. No, I just want to know, are they the same people? And have they always been the same people? Or is that just something more recent? I don't think it is. Oh, they got me last minute with that. That's always nice when you get that final KO in at the last second.
That was epic.
Awesome. There you go. Now you can see the names. I rearranged the graphics. You see the names, and boom, I bring myself back. Yeah. The little things, man. The little things. These are what add production value to a show. This is the stuff that I feel like people are missing out on. And yeah, look at that. I made it to level 4. I can visit Hotlantis. I'm going to keep going and get to level 5. That way I can talk to everybody at all the shops. Once I get this account to level 5, I'm going to probably switch over to Borg 1 and start leveling up the Borg 1 account. Thank you so much if you're just joining me for the evening. I appreciate it. And let me put up a little thing in the chat for everyone. And there you go. You want to be a part of the show? That's always a nice reminder. You want to be part of the show? I have the little chat feature there. Not always fond of it. If I feel like it gets too busy, or if there's anything obscene and ridiculous being put in there, I do have the ability to mute that very easily, and I will remove it if it's getting abused. But you're more than welcome to say hello and be part of the show. Here we go with the next match. Alright, here I go. Blue team. Really, for the initial weapon, this splatter shot isn't too bad. It's just a special. This bubble shield is not one of my favorite specials. Oh, like, see, even that. Totally underutilized it. I should have activated that just a little bit sooner. By the time I tried to activate it, I was getting hit and I popped real fast. And this is just generic turf war. Just paint in the ground. Color blue as much as possible. Our opponents are yellow at the moment. I knew they were down there. Santiago, good job, Hardy Heart. I'm going to focus a little bit more on the battles, even though I'm just on my Borg account. And yeah, that's crazy, but this is a thing. You'll hear me talk about it. I'll try to put an open disclaimer out there on what account I'm playing on before I start. I hate that they can get in the bubble. That annoys me so much. Good job, Santiago. It really annoys me that when you use that, people can just slide in from underneath and still duel it out with you while you're inside it. Like, the whole idea that it's supposed to be a shield. I really think that... Oh, I forget about that. I really think that shield should not be penetrable. I don't think the opponent should be able to get in underneath it. Really? Somebody was... They had to be hiding there. Good job. Sonic's Axel. Sonic's Axel. Yes, sometimes it takes me a minute to say your name. Oh, I knew you were there. I really just kind of wanted to run away, but then I decided to fight. That's what happens when your fight or flight response is a little delayed. I changed my mind from flight to fight, and it got me, cost me my life. I wanted to choose flight, but then I changed my mind to fight, to do nothing but lose my life. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, yeah, we know what we got here. Ban. That's what it is. There we go. They got their 5 seconds of fame. Alright, let's keep it moving. A little bit more and we'll get to that level 5 before we make the switch. And just because this is a bit of a demo by having everything being broadcast on the G1 box, I am a little nervous about making this a really long show, so I might end this a little earlier than usual and just try to stick it out for a nice 2-hour show. Like just long enough to get these results in on some of the different accounts. That would be nice. Alright, see even now. Really over here waiting for a battle. And it's nice that I can change up the music on the jukebox a little bit, but probably not on this account. Simply because there's so much stuff to collect on it. Here we go. Even now, I'm not even playing with headphones on. Just kind of listening to the atmosphere around my house. I should really put the music on to hear the sound effects, but sometimes it's actually easier just to use my eyes. I have that beat running still. That's the problem. That's the type of stuff that I get messed up on. Oh, I was so trying to get out of the way of that guy. Tum-tums, really? Good job, Fun Party, sorry. So if anyone out there has any recommendations on some of the first weapons that I should go and try to unlock for these Borg accounts, let me know. I'd love to hear what your opinions are. I know that the Arrow Spray is one of my favorites that I'm going to try to work towards first, and a couple others. Maybe like the 56 Gal, the Reflux, one of the Wipers, at least one of the Wipers. I pressed the special button. Yes, struggling successor. Alright, there's the final countdown. Trying to do a little bit more home base. There we go. Oh, that looks promising, finally. Hey, how's it going, Russell Bolt? How you doing tonight? There we go. That was a nice win. All right. One more time to make it to level 5 still. Are you talking about like a Switch replay code, Rust Bolt? Like one of the ones from when you save the replay and I go to well, I go to this here and put it in? Is that okay? You trying to get some of your material out on the live stream? You want to see your gameplay live? Alright, that's cool. I'm down. Let me finish this battle up and maybe you can walk me through it a little bit and we can figure out how to get that replay broadcast for you, alright? Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's something different for me. It's a little new. I don't even do the replay codes for myself a whole lot, but yeah, this will be fun to try something different out. All right. Get that booyah in at the start of the match. And remember, if you don't do that booyah at the start of the match, do it at the end. The last 30 seconds, that buff still applies from what I've been made to believe. No, I am getting out of your way. I'm getting out of your way. I'm getting out of your way. And guess what? I survived. How about that? Nope, 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 nope. I just survived. 2 of them. You see that? Was worse than 1 sniper? 2 of them. And they're holed up in the same spot. But, you know, when there's snipers on the stage, all you gotta do is make sure you don't let them get comfortable in any one area. That's something that my friend Starchild taught me. The other thing is that it's going to be really hard for them to re-ink their base. So if you really want to get on a sniper's nerves... Oh, yeah, see? They stopped me. I was almost there. Good job, France. Manacle Wallflower. Trying to get base painted a little bit now. I've been doing a lot of turf war tonight because these are the Borg accounts that I just set up. I do like doing some of the Anarchy battles too, but I'll have to switch over to my primary account for that. When people play Anarchy, it is very unforgiving. That's where the serious battles start. I mean, even turf war, it's just for fun and all, but people will be a little more lighthearted during turf war. That's what I feel like. There we go. That 8-bit IRL did a lot of work there for us. There There you go. I can't believe that was such an epic fail. 2 of them in a row. Looks like we managed to get into their turf pretty good. Oh yeah, now we're just making them mad, I'm sure. I'm sure it's just making them mad now. Alright, cool. I can't wait to watch that Rust Bolt. I'm going to stop after this. I'm going to go try to watch that replay code. And we'll talk about what's going on. Look at that. There's my gold medals, as usual.
That was epic.
Alright, cool. Oh, I didn't make it to level 5 yet. Alright, I gotta go back to that. Hopefully I can win one more battle. Alright, pardon the interruption. Picking up a pretty fresh vibe. Thank you, thank you. Yes. 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 Thank you, disembodied voice. I appreciate that. Alright. Alright. This is where I need your help, Rust Bolt. Am I just going to do view replays? And then where do I go to enter your code? It's replay code in the menu. Oh, not that in this menu? Ah. No, no, no. Lobby terminal, that's this. Okay. Replay code. Okay, there it is in the corner. Thank you for being patient. I appreciate that. It took me a second to realize that there was a specific spot. Wasn't just a replay option. So let's see. R A M R N R 2 N H J W FW91. Alright, get all your friends ready, Rust Bolt. Here it goes. View the battle replay. Okay. Nice name, dude. Alright, sure. Okay. Now I should be able to watch it from the view replays. Yes. Nice. Alright, that's my first time implementing that. Here we go. We're going to watch Rust Bolt Techmiser's battle from Mako Mart from earlier this evening. Let's see how it goes. That's from about an hour ago, not bad. Alright, there's our friend spawning on the purple team. There's his opponents on the orange team. There you go, good job starting off with that Booyah Rust Bolt. Nice. Good leap, wow. You have the sensitivity up high on your controller, don't you? 'Cause that camera angle is cruising. Wow. This is nice watching somebody else's match. Oh, look at that. There's his first. There's his first splat by a wiper. Right back up into the center, starting off with the sub-weapons. I kind of like leaving the camera stuff up there, that way everybody can see that it's not my match. Oh, wow, nice. Okay, this is clearly my first time trying this out. Alright, how do I get back to the other view? There we go. No, no, no. Oh, no way. I can actually choose whose angle to look at it from? No way! Oh my goodness! Alright, so maybe once in a while, if I get enough viewers and if everyone wants to participate, I am totally down to actually commentate everybody's replays. Oh my goodness. You have no idea what this is doing for me. Nice. And I can choose who to see. Wow. Nice. There you go. 2 KOs. How much further can you go? There you go. That's a 3 KO streak. Can you make it 4 before the battle ends? Nice. Can you do a 5? Almost. Technically, I mean, they got you too, but that was a nice 5 KO streak there at the end.
That was epic.
Good job, dude. You managed to get 3 gold medals there at the end, Rust Bowl. Nice. All right, nice. That was pretty cool. We'll have to do that more often once in a while. You come in with a good replay, let me know. All right, not getting back to my regular battles. Hopefully just one more battle. I think if I win, it could be 2 battles if I lose, or 2 battles either way, but hopefully in 2 more battles or less, I'll have this account level 5 and then I'll switch it up and do something else. Might level up the other account, or I might actually try to do some anarchy on my own account. Oh, after this, it should be any minute and we get the results. Alright, after this battle, we should get Splatfest results. There you go, there's the booyah to start the match. Got that to activate. Give me a little bit of comfort, not too much. Didn't do a whole lot of protection from that killer whale, but that's alright. Good job, calamari love. And everything should be working and set. Do I still have music playing or anything? Yes, I do. Playing for a while. I should have turned that off sooner. My apologies. That's what I get for not wearing a headset to monitor everything. That's a big task. I will eventually do a whole episode about how to hear 3 different devices on one pair of headphones, because that is something you need to do sometimes. And I am working on finding a very practical way to do that. I have one device that kind of helps, but I don't really want to go promoting it too much, only because I wouldn't say it's unreliable, but it's just not fantastic. Excuse me, I can't help that. Ugh. They're all, I swear we were all right there in the center, just like chasing behind each other. Oh yeah, Rust Bolt, yeah, definitely. If you have one that's 20 KOs, maybe not right after this, but those are always great matches. Yes, I love those KO-centric videos. And there's no single way to do it. Just a lot of times it ends up being coincidental. Sometimes you just have a great run and you're just pointing your crosshairs in the right direction every time you turn around, and you just nail your opponents each time. It's great. Alright, sounds like a plan. Charge your Switch, take your time. And I'll be here. I'm here regularly on Wednesday nights, Saturday nights usually, and Sunday nights. And so anytime you want to show me something, Rust Bolt, feel free. Come on, log in, start a discussion with me. I don't mind at all. Oh. And it is. There's a ton of buttons. I have to sit here and push a ton of buttons all the time, and I have to remember what button to push when. Here we go! Here we go. Alright, I want to put my headphones on and listen to this. So I don't think you need a spoiler alert, but just in case you're watching this and you need to prepare yourself that this is for the November 17th to 19th Splatfest, and this is the results that they're about to share right now. So if you need a moment, prepare yourself. If not, here it is, hot off the press. And they're going to give us all the statistical rundowns, so let's enjoy it and pay attention. The conch shell rates, alright? Okay, so they're going to get the most. I guess they get 7 points for all the votes. No. This is all the votes. That was literally who won the most conch shells. Alright, they had 7 points for the most conch shells, 8 points for being selected the most. That's no surprise. And now, who earned the most clout? I know it wasn't me. Not this time, at least. Bam. Wow. Look at that. I am amazed. Thank you, my fellow Team Shiver fans. We play with our hearts. Yeah. Oh, come on. I am gonna drool if somehow. Yes! 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 Look at that, man! I am stoked! Oh, yeah! Oh, you got no idea. That excitement is so real. I can't believe it. Handshakes won, man. Yeah. They have her crying hard, and they have to. Oh yeah, this is when you need the other cameraman. They have to have her crying so hard because for real, everybody thought she was going to win. It was everywhere. Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome. No one's stopping you from fist bumping or hugging, that's right. That's right. It's a theme of the conversation, apparently. I was just saying that earlier, is that you gotta make it fun to lose. Oh, man. I'm so sorry for you, Rust Bolt. I'm sure you played with all your heart, too. Yes, Team Fist Bump was popular. Oh, man. I had a feeling that there was this ever so slim chance that the people that like Shiver, either they play a little more or they play a little harder. And I was hoping for it. And when I was playing on my primary account on Team Shiver on Saturday, I was doing pretty decent. I didn't get too high. I think I managed to make it like Handshake Fiend or something. I didn't even make it to the professional tier, but it was nice. It was a lot of fun. And man, I felt like I missed out not picking Team Ghost during the last Splatfest before this, but now I'll tell you, that made up everything for me. And now here's the real funny thing, is that I have to watch that 2 more times because I have to do it on the other Ghost account. Only 2? Man, oh, that's a little disappointing. Still, I guess it's because it was a low level. I didn't get that high of a level, so I guess I didn't get a lot of conch shells. Alright. Thank you very much, Rustbolt. Thank you. And that account, just to be clear, that account only received 2 because it is one of the Borg accounts, which actually I had picked Team Frey on. So Borg 1 and Borg 2 both picked Team Frey. And let's go back to this. I'll do Borg 1 later, because I was on number 2. And I'm actually very curious now, since Shiver 1, I want to see how many conch shells I get. And I can't but help to make the switch over to my account now and find out. Because there's nothing to be disappointed about now. It should only be... It should only be prizes to win. Yep, here we go. You get to see it all over again. I'll even get my camera out of it. I'm sorry, I just actually added it. There we go. So you can see all the dialogue all over again. I'm still souped on it though. It's awesome. It's almost just as exciting the second time. Just to see it and really like, wow. After all the people that picked Frey, I'm so sorry that she didn't win. Oh, that's the amazing part right there. And see, look at Team Big Man. I mean, he came close too. Let's not forget that. He was up there with more players, but somehow... There it is. And Big Man just somehow got no points for anything. That's incredible. That's so sad. Now I want to hug a shark. That doesn't sound like a good idea, Big Man. Oh, man. right? Complaining about something, but that's pretty funny. So now, the final reveal that I'm interested in happens right after this. We're going to see how many conch shells that I actually end up getting distributed to me. And that's a big help. Those conch shells allow you to level up your gear and a bunch of other crazy stuff. I don't worry about the ability chunks too much. I feel like that's a real frivolous use for them. You're better off just grinding out those chunks. 16 for me. That's not even a lot. What happened? I guess it's because I didn't get up to that high of a level. And so since I didn't get to that high of a level, I didn't get that many conch shells. Well, now I know. Alright, no point in having that on anymore. And I can do the school uniform still. Yeah, that's that. Get up. That's what that's supposed to be. And sure, let's go rock out for a little bit. Oh man, I can't believe it. Well, I'll definitely make it a point to grind a little harder during the Splatfest. It's clearly not just about picking a team. How unfortunate. It's exciting and unfortunate at the same time. Yeah, do my play of the day. I hope I didn't have any of those, I'm sorry, I keep mixing up sea snails and conch shells. Because the sea snails are what we just won, and I was just calling them conch shells for the last 5 minutes. Sorry about that. The conch shells are what we spend on this thing. The shell out machine. And I hope I didn't have any of those left, because if I did, they're gone now. I don't think I did. I'm pretty good about spending those in between battles. Alright. Alright, here we go. With my Splatana wiper, gonna try to lay into this team as hard as I can. I've run out of ink a little fast sometimes. I'm still working on that. Oh yeah, and I always forget when I switch weapons that my special changes. I have to be so mindful of that. It's so easy to mess up. There you go. Now I'm doing it. You see, that's how we play. Oh, now that would have been nice if I would have got that one too. Good job, Crescent. Monochrome Clam Blitz enthusiast. Alright, I do a little bit of base every time I respawn. I try not to be too OCD. I could get caught up doing the base for an entire match. Trust me. I've done it, and it's not fun. Because 9 times out of 10, when you're stuck doing base, I don't know why they rush towards me. 9 times out of 10, when you're stuck doing base, it means that they're just coming over redoing it all the time. I'm trying to take this corner from them. They don't like it too much. That was different. I tried to do something a little more stealthy there. I know time is precious. Time is very precious in every one of your matches because you only get 3 minutes of mayhem. Well, I hope everyone had a great time during the Splatfest, regardless of which team won or lost. We all came out with a couple extra sea snails at least. But I definitely am going to pay attention to the level I get to, because apparently that has something to do with the Pardon me, it had something to do with the multiplier. Oh, they're gunning for me now. Last 30 seconds. Good job, the epic JT. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Not gonna go down that easy. Not going down that easy. Oh. Did I get them too? No, almost. He just needed one more swipe, and I would have had that. Nice. We came out ahead on that one. Some fresh outfits. Good job, enemy. I like that. I like that outfit. Here we are back at the lobby waiting for the next match. See, that's my first win of the day technically because of the way that the game just rebooted for the day. And I'm not always on the top with my scores. Sometimes I have some great matches like everyone else. I like having the highest amount of turf inked. I like having the most KOs in a match if I can, but I don't specifically go for those things. I just let them happen naturally. I don't push myself too hard because the minute that you're trying to focus on getting all the KOs every match, you just end up getting held back all the time. You end up getting hit more often because you're pushing too hard.
Please follow the line you enjoyed the show.
Definitely having a team that is actively striving to do their best makes a huge difference. And whenever I start a new match and whenever it gets fired up and we go through the whole whenever the match starts up and that's that first 30 seconds, whenever I see people do the booyah, not only does it remind me to do it to help with the ink saving in the beginning of the match, but it also tells me that I'm playing with people that want to win. I'm playing with people who are going to be jamming on their buttons as hard as possible during the entire match. They're not going to sit there and slack off when they respawn. They're not going to just stand around and squid party. No, these are people that actually want to play to win. Yes, play to win. That's important. It's okay if you're just gaining EXP, you're just grinding, if you're just getting points, whatever, that's fine. Just as long as your main goal is to actually win the match that you're playing, you should be fine. But sometimes it becomes about something else. I don't know how, I don't know why. Somebody over there really wants to get me right now, and I'm not having it. I'm keeping them busy, apparently. I let that reef slider get right into me because I wanted to get that charger player. I don't know what charger it is, but it's got to be some kind of charger. I wanted to get rid of them bad. Try not to bother with the walls too much. I know that's easy to get distracted. The main reason that I ink the walls is just to make it more difficult for the opponents to get up them. That way they can't, you know, it's one more thing that they have to focus on before they can just swim up the wall. Oh, there we go. There's the end. Let's see how it went. That's not looking too good in our favor, but you never know. Oh, 2.1% we lost by. Nice. There we go. Still getting the gold medals even when I lose, so you know I'm still playing hard, like I'm saying. We just got KO'd a little too much. It's ironic because look, the other teammates were KO'd so much more. 7, 9, 6, 1. And we were only KO'd 2, 4, 4, and 4. So it almost adds up to a similar amount, but they were KO'd more often and somehow still won. Just goes to show, it's not always about how often you die or not. The other team had died more and still won the match. I like this little track going on in the lobby. I put this on a jukebox earlier, and I've just been letting it play out. It's pretty nice. A little over a minute now. We've been waiting a minute and a half, just about to hit. Yep. That does. It takes a couple minutes here and there for the matches to start sometimes. It could be because the Splatfest ended too. A lot of players are probably taking a break for a little while. I know I have about another 30 minutes and I'm probably going to take a break myself. This is probably one of my least favorite stages in the game. The elevation differences are interesting. I like all the ramps and everything, all the different height differences, but at the same time, I despise them greatly because they make it so difficult to get around. They don't really make it consistent for me to, like, you know, little stuff like that I mess up on all the time. I should just started going for over here. Oh, good job, girl kisser. I was about to walk off the stage if I didn't get splatted by you, so wasn't much of an option. I was going down either way. Alright, let's get down here in the fray. This blue person going to town on our side. Dang, that was tough. I thought maybe I was going to get lucky and get one and then pop the other right after, but nah. Oh, somebody gunning for me. Good job, Pancakes Mix. Good job. Oh, yeah, now you're... Good job, Pancakes Mix. Now you were looking for me. I felt the spite. I felt the spite over my Ethernet cable. I'm not dealing with that blaster. Nope. If I can avoid dealing with it, I will. You can definitely see where I've been on this side. I don't know how much of that stayed there, but we'll see. You can see all that in the middle. That's all me. Oh, come on. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate the message. Ooh, some nice names on here. I like this. Can't aim. Dalek, nice. And I don't know how they got that stop sign symbol for their name, but good job. Oh, no way! Really? Wow, I did not expect to survive that. That was some kind of crazy miracle. Seriously. I can't believe that it took 3 people to take me out, really? I mean, I'm not crazy. There were 2 other people shooting me from behind the whole time. It's incredible. The way that Splat Charger was just panic shooting at me was hysterical. I know all too well what it's like to be in that position. You're just backed in the corner. Somebody's coming at you full throttle. You just want them to get hit and go down and leave you alone. But it wasn't happening. I just kept swiping. Swipe or no swiping. That just kind of happened. I didn't even plan that. I activated my special because I heard it was ready, and then I realized I was standing in front of someone. Oh man, that was pretty funny. No, big poo. This is not the Splatfest anymore. Splatfest is over, but this is the conclusion of it. It's kind of like Splatfest after party. Splatfest was a lot of fun, and you can look at an earlier clip of the show if you want to know who won. That's totally up to you. I try not to be too much of a spoiler for anyone that might be just tuning in. But no, yeah, Splatfest ended a few hours ago, and they just delivered the results of it actually, probably like immediately before you tuned in. This person is gunning for me hard. Oh, here we go, last 20 seconds. Wow, that was intense. That was a teammate that had my back. Man, that teal team was pushing hard. There was nothing easy about that. That was close. We tried. And that team definitely earned their victory. Great job. Alright, and what else is there? I could do a couple different things for a little bit, but I'll just keep doing this for a little while. Get some more points in for a little bit longer. People like the squid party. That'll never end. And one of the other games I like to do is where you just kind of hop over each other. I don't know if there's a formal name for any of these like mini games that people are coming up with while they're waiting in a lobby. I usually actually try to practice with my weapon, honestly. When you see me running around just belligerently shooting at stuff in the lobby, it's because I'm literally practicing with whatever I have equipped and trying to remind myself what the special is, what the sub weapon is, and just kind of take notes on how efficient they are, how well they work, how much the different abilities I have on my gear may or may not help. Man, everybody chased me down again. Like, come on. Oh, yeah, he stopped me from doing that. Good job, Dirge. There we go. Solve that problem. That's how you do it. They don't want to get out of the way. You get behind and make a move. Now I'm going to take this little corner over here the way that I like to. Oh yeah, because it's just so easy to fight an uphill battle, you know? I am not going to let that sniper get me. I will keep wreaking havoc in this corner. Because really, at this point, by staying in this corner, I'm not even necessarily picking a fight with them. I'm more so just picking a fight with their turf and just trying to zone them out of the midfield so that way they get stuck just inking their own base over and over. But it looks like they managed to break out of that. Good, there's a little teamwork there. Oh, I took a second to do the booyah for the last 30 seconds, which I don't think I needed to do because I already did it in the beginning, but sometimes I try to do it twice just to make sure. Oh, that was tough. That was so tough. And it shows. And we had some teammates inking up on the other side.
That was epic.
Nice. 3 more gold medals. That's always nice to see. Oh yeah, I was just playing with all the people I was versing. Symphonia, Turtle, and that math function. I have no idea, but I like your name. I know it's a math function name. Alright. And you see on this one, I'm level 56. So that's a big difference than being level 5. Oh, man. My stomach is really growling. And I'm going to try to make it for a bit longer. But I am losing my focus a little bit. Still going. Still waiting for another match. Here we go. Okay, I'm surprised they didn't try to move a little farther away. I mean, I wasn't gunning for them, but they made it a little easy to splat them. It's actually trying to be a little less aggressive. But they stood right there and walked into my path for some whatever reason. Oh, you charger. Good job, May. Ugh. Nice. I had some help there. It's the only reason I escaped that. I was hung up on that blue barrier. And it took me a moment to navigate around that. And if it wasn't for that teammate covering my back, I would have been KO'd. Oh. I was being a little brazen. I tried to go for it. That lethal rice bowl really wanted to get me. Alright, I'm surprised I made it up here. This is nice. This is a lot of a big hit to their base. Maybe not as big as I thought when I just let myself get splatted by a charger as soon as I stop. But we'll see what difference it makes, if it makes a difference. The purple team pushed hard into our turf, so... yeah, that's not looking promising. Chicken Nuggy, May, Turtle 85, and it's a me. I like it. Not a whole lot of points, but that's also because I'm not playing my hardest. I don't know when I'm going to change this track. I actually really enjoy it. I enjoy it enough that it almost makes me want to not practice on the stage, to be honest. I'm going to try turning that down just a smidget. I don't want the microphone to be clipping all the time. It goes a little bit into the red. I feel like when it goes a little bit into the red, that's when I'm probably getting a little bit of a ever so slight distortion, possibly. I don't need it turned up all the way. I don't need it turned up that high. I'm talking right into it. And, you know, I played with a lot of settings and stuff, try to get this sound really balanced out and all that. Yep, everything's turned on. I definitely need to get more subtle sound effects built into the sound program. I'm thrilled. So far, everything seems like it's working great as far as I can tell on my end. And the feedback that I've had with viewers this evening, it seems really promising. Thanks again to Rustbolt for reaching out and sharing some of his content. That was great. I look forward to trying to give that opportunity to different players. I know it's not easy to have a live stream rig and all this, and there's so many of us that would like to get our better matches put on display out there, and I'd love to help people do that, whether it's by playing with me, playing against me. Be my guest. Reach out and I'll be happy to let you participate if things are going well and I'm having a good day. Yeah, I'd be more than happy to have other people participate with me. Oh, yeah. I was waiting. I knew they were going to come back around for me. But I was hoping that I would actually see them on the approach, because those Gatling weapons are heavy. Like, even just your normal walk speed is reduced when you have those. It's insane. I would have just activated my stamper a moment sooner. That was all I needed, was just an extra moment with that. Oh, man. I still can't believe who won Splatfest. That was amazing. Thank you, Big Papo.
That was epic.
Now I think I can talk a little more clearly. My throat's still a little dried out. A little bit of that wintry germ mix going around already. It's a full team. Everybody's stuck around. Everybody's having a good time still, apparently, it seems like. Thank you, Big Popo, for sticking around. I appreciate it. That was awesome. Oh, Turtle's really going to be going in on me now. I didn't even realize that was that same player until just now. I was literally just going for them because I don't like chargers. Alright, that's 2 streak right now. And it's one of my favorite songs. I love this song by Pearl and Deep Cut. Aw, there he was, waiting for me. Good job, Turtle85. Let's get a little bit of more of the turf at base inked up. Alright. This pink team is pushing hard. We're gonna have to return the favor. Oh, man. No, they tried to hunt me down. I know they did. Good job, Max. TT. T3T. It seems like a lot of us keep like ending up in the same spot at the same time on this yellow team. It's not really helping us out to be in the same spot at the same time. Oh yeah, see, he learned. Turtle learned. Like, yeah, Vyker's gonna do this. Alright, alright. Base is a little raw looking. I'm surprised. Look at this. This whole corner undone. What is going on? Oh, and they coming over here trashing us in the last 10 seconds. Oh, good job. I think we got crushed that time. No joke. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Alright, so there you go. There's the official warning. I mentioned it a little while ago. I think this is going to be my last battle for the evening, most likely, and I'll be signing off after this. But it's been great partying with Splatfest with everyone this evening. The little bit of time that I did get to make it on for, I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get on a little sooner, but there's a lot going on at Vykker's Laboratory, and even though things take some time to mature and to schedule and to happen, I am making some plans to hopefully host my own events. So if there's a final closing statement that's worth listening to, this is it. If you're interested in Splatoon 3 tournaments, possibly even Splatoon 2 tournaments, keep in touch, pay attention to my channel, and look into connecting with some of my social media feeds, mainly Facebook. That's what I really use the most. And I'm hoping to have more details published there regularly as far as when, where, and how to attend my Splatoon 3 tournament that I'm going to arrange. And this is a little bit of a planning process, but I have it set up. I want to host tournaments of single players versing each other. It will not be 4 versus 4. It will not be any kind of teams. I'm going to arrange a format and battle modes that players are going to compete on an individual level, and it may be something that I base off of KOs and who's scoring the most KOs, as opposed to just who's inking the most turf, because turf war is fun, but it's not always what you want to base a victory off of. And since I only have 2 Nintendo Switches at the moment, I can only have 2 people playing at a time, but that should be no problem. And I will be the one to produce, stream, and coordinate this event. And hopefully I get a few helpers along the way. I'm very interested in making this happen. And please, keep in touch, because summer of next year, tentatively the date that I have chosen for myself is to have this all put together and scheduled for June 1st. And that's when I hope to do this. June 1st, 2024, Splatoon 3 hosted by Vykker's Laboratory. That's what we're aiming for. And, you know, since it's all the planning stages and everything, I didn't even think about giving a title to the name of my event. So, if anyone wants to get involved in the creative process of things, be my guest. If you have an idea for some names that would be great for a real-life Splatfest, let me know. Leave them in the comments and let me know. I'd be thrilled to hear what everyone comes up with. Oh yeah, they stopped me real fast. They saw me coming with the stamper. And it used to be that that stamp acted like a shield, if I remember correctly. I saw some comments on that online not too long ago, and I was a little disappointed to realize that the stamper isn't that great anymore, because they nerfed the way that the stamp would act like a shield at times. Oh, I couldn't get one last KO in. That max TNT kept jumping up there. There we go. Great job, Pink Teen. I'm sure my daughter would be thrilled. And thank you so much for tuning in this evening. Rustable, Big Papa, all of you, it's been great talking. I look forward to taking some of those replay codes and sharing those. That's great. That was a fun experience, and I'm just amazed at what Shiver was able to do for her fans. That was absolutely amazing. Thank you all so much. I hope on Wednesday night you're able to come back here and participate again. That's going to be the 22nd. I'll be live again, and I'll see you then. Thank you so much.